feel, and all that you love, and all that you hate, all you distrust, and all you say, all that you need, and all that you feel, all that you buy, big gold or steel, and all you feel, and all you strive, all that you do, and all that you say, all that you eat, and everyone you eat, all that you say, and everyone you fight, all that is now, and all that is gone, and all that's to come, and everything under the sun isn't true, but the sun is by the moon, by the moon, yeah. Just right now, I want to introduce the band. Playing the guitar, Dave Kilminster. Just behind Dave, playing that very soulful B3 Hammond organ and piano and synthesizers, Mr. Bo Costa. Next to Bo, a very old friend and a long-standing colleague of mine, also playing keyboards but acoustic guitars and slide, Mr. John Carradine. Okay, moving down the back line. Last year, or maybe it was the year before now, we made a new record, This Is the Life We Really Want. And these three guys on the end were three of the guys I made the record with. And I'm so happy they agreed to come on the road with me. First one here, first one playing bass and guitars, great musician, Gus Seifert. Next to him on the drum kit, every night when he plays that part he invented for The Last Refugee, I find myself nearly weeping listening to the drums. The great Joey Waronker. Next to, in front of Joey, the resident hippie in the band. Every band should have one, and we are lucky enough to have this one here, playing lead guitar, singing all the lead vocals that David used to sing. Mr. Peace and Love from Southern California, Jonathan Wilson. Another very old friend of mine, we go back a long way too. The obligatory Scottish person in the band, straight north of the border, playing tenor saxophone, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ian Ritchie! And lastly, from the band, Lucius, we could applaud Lucius, why not, if you want to. The adorable, delectable, beautiful, and extraordinarily talented Jess Wolfe and Holly Lessing. Okay. Thank you all for the love that you brought to this room tonight. We need some of your love to spread out into the rest of the world in order that we might encourage all of us here, but also all of us in other countries, to attach themselves more firmly to their capacity to empathize with their fellow human beings. I see I have some friends from BDS in the front row here. Welcome. I could make the BDS speech. I nearly always do. But in these days when our television screens are full of the IDF shooting to death unarmed peaceful protesters in the buffer zone on the edge of the open-air prison that is Gaza, there's hardly any need for me to start making speeches about it, because it is beyond horrific. Anyway, we're going to do a couple more songs. Yeah! Too. We love playing for you. We love playing for you. This is what we live for, is this. Okay. Speaking of Palestine, there is a great national hero in that country. He's a poet, he's dead sadly, but his name's Mahmoud Darwish. And he's a fantastic poet, and I borrowed one of his poems to make a song for the last record, the record that I made with these guys. Okay? So this song is on the record, we're going to do it now, it's called Wait for Her. But thank you. It's actually 3 songs put together. One is called Wait for Her, one is called the first one, and then another one is called Oceans Apart. And the third part is called Part of Me Died. This song is about how, if we are lucky enough to experience romantic love or erotic love with another human being, sometimes it can provide us with a transcendental experience that opens a tap to the place in our hearts where our empathy lives. And the act of loving one other person can open up the way to feeling more of the empathy I spoke of earlier for our brothers and sisters all over the world, irrespective of their ethnicity or religion. Benjamin Netanyahu, listen to me. So that's kind of what the song is about, and we will sing it in a second. I experienced this quite recently, a few years ago, and there's a lyric in the song that says, "When I met you, part of me died," and the part that is capable of being discarded is everything that is negative and prevents us from expressing our love for all our brothers and sisters all over the world. So that's what it's about. And just before we start this song, obrigado.